Should be live. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to another session of Crown of the Tyrant Queen.
Hello, everyone. I think I found like the perfect way to not mess up Curb's intro. I just have to server mute myself while he's doing his intro.
That doesn't guarantee
Read
that
my lips, motherfucker. I didn't know the server owner could server mute themselves.
That is funny.
It's very funny. Which means that other people who have the permission to server mute people can server mute me in my own server.
It's very funny.
That sounds mutiny. Yeah, so if you don't mind, we can just jump into it. This is going to be a shorter session, I think. Some for preparation reasons and some other reasons. It really depends on how long the role play lasts, because there's a stopping point that's kind of like stuck in stone for where this session ends, and depending on how long we take to get to that stopping point, well, that's it. Depending on how long we get to that, it takes to get to that stopping point, we will have a shorter or longer session, depending. I'm probably not going to stretch the sauce too much. I don't feel like doing that. And if the players are like, we're going to see the dragon, rush through everything, well, session's going to be short.
I doubt it. Low-key,
I doubt it.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like
See
my
the dragon.
players.
No.
Brother, I'm
All right,
dying.
people, let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
What if we don't, though?
Thank you, Leonard.
All right,
I'm literally
so
like- One flick away from dying.
What?
No, you're fine. We're not fighting anymore.
yeah, so like where we left off. I'm not doing a cold open today because we're starting like in a non-action setting. When we left off, you guys had just. Oh, okay, that's not a player. When we left off, you guys had just fought and killed an aboleth, who you managed to defeat in a permanent matter thanks to the help of some nymphs that you helped break their shackles by occupying all of the other people who were being controlled by this aboleth. You finished the fight, and it's about like, I don't think anything happened afterwards. We're just kind of starting immediately after the fight. So you fall into the action, and I don't have. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, my VPN. I need to. I'm disconnecting from my VPN so things go well. I'm gonna go over here. He's got a club! Bah, 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 bah. Yeah, but it does not have a club.
Except a nightclub. Let's go. Underwater nightclub.
Sai, how did we get stuck with these nerds?
I have no idea.
Well, it all started one day on a MLP forum.
Oh my gosh. We're going through this
So
story
what
again.
I'm hearing is that you're the root of my issues, Curb.
I was the one that made the thread, yes. But to be fair, You're the one who posted it in it, so you only have yourself to blame for that one.
You guys like ponies? I'm kidding. So, yeah.
You could just choose to not be a hashtag bad captain, but you insist on perpetuating it.
Fucking hell, man.
God.
Okay, so you guys, I've now set up. We're no longer in battle music territory, so
Oh yeah, I should.
Easier for me to
That's what
concentrate.
I've been. I felt like something was off. That's right. That's what's wrong. Let's fix that.
well, I'd forgotten it too, so it's not that bad. Okay, so you take a little bit of time to just kind of decompress, just kind of like calm down after the harrowing combat. The two archers wake up from their curse, not knowing what the fuck happened, and just kind of dip. They're not really interested in doing anything with this. They just want to get out of this fucking place. They're like regular adventurers, and they did not expect to be mined.
I would expect then, at the very
mindfuck.
least, we would show them the map to show them how to get out of here.
Oh yeah, that probably that's fair.
Instead of just letting them wander off to who knows where.
I mean, yeah, sure. The you know what? Let's go back to an old war boss tradition. Like the two archers come by and they're like,
Would you not? Right
"Would you
now?
not what?"
No, nothing.
Okay, so the two archers come around and they go, "Oh fuck, that was harrowing." You can say that again. Any of you know how to get out of this fucking thing? It's kind of like we lost our map. It's all soggy.
I
From
we do
getting in
have
the
our
water.
own. Do you have any?
Oh
remaining
shit!
parchment, or do
Thanks.
we have any remaining parchment?
Well, I mean, I have parchment, says the other one, and then just kind of takes out his bag, pulls up, and everything's like soggy and just kind of like, and he just looks at like the his stuff, and he says, "I don't have parchment."
Well,
Really, Billy? Didn't put it in a scroll case or something, you fucking twat? Shut up, Jeffrey.
Do we have any to spare? You have like books strewn all over your fucking house. Do you have any just loose paper laying around?
Surely we would have some, given that we were documenting a map of the
Right,
labyrinth.
if none of you have like actively have parchment on yourselves written on your sheet, let's just roll a d100, and if you roll above a 50, you happen to have some parchment.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now I'm not even rolling.
So,
Next.
Tony, okay, so let's stop right there. Well, everyone else, you can roll, and if you succeed, you can add parchment to your sheet.
I'm not gonna.
But first of all, Tony, you know you have parchment. Do you want to help these fucks? Like, is that a thing you would do?
What are they again?
They're just humans, right? They're just human archers.
Like,
This is what we're talking
like
about.
one of them is a human archer, the other one's like a elf.
Yeah.
It's
The
The
point
human
being
was
is
the
that
one who
neither of
kept-
them are kobolds.
No,
Funny
the kobolds are
enough,
fucking
like,
dead. The kobolds are
Funny
so
enough,
fucking
like the human archer is the one that kept missing, and the elven archer is the one that kept critting you.
Ha! Elven accuracy. Funny.
Are you sure you want to document what you have found on this map, considering your accuracy is not that great right now?
Oh, I'm not trying. Oh, we're not trying to document this. No, we just want to get the fuck out of here. Like, out. Like, if you can tell us, you don't have to share anything about the grander map. If you can just tell us, like, where to turn when we get to an intersection, we'll be good. I don't care about like the reward and stuff. I just want to go home. Want to be in my bed. Yeah, it's like I don't sleep. I'm an elf. So bed's not really, but like I like to go on my meditation mat, I guess. Shut up, Billy. Yes, the elf is named Billy.
Okay, I guess Hecate is gonna be like, okay, just because you guys are not that great of a shot, you two need to be out of here. He's going to just give you the directions out, and that's all he's going to give.
The elf Billy laughs, and the human Jeffrey is very like, looks offended.
I nearly died because of you two.
I'm pretty sure that was more the boulette than it was them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody helped. He's like very like salty about everything right now.
Look, I was occupied. Herrick says as he's just like tending to the nymph over here that he just shot.
Like, this is kind of like, yeah, look, I was occupied. Looks down, there's an imp with a bullet hole in his shoulder. It's kind of like fleeting in and out of consciousness.
But yeah, I think Hecate is just gonna give like just the directions out and nothing else. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, you go through this door, take this flight of stairs, that kind of stuff.
All right, they just kind of nod and they get on their way, which means I'm just going to pop them out. Okay. So then one of the nymphs, just kind of like the one who cursed the aboleth into oblivion, she's gonna walk up to you. Well, they're already right next to you, and they're gonna say, thank you for your aid. We were in a difficult situation.
Hi, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby,
Ow. Honestly, I'm just glad we were able to get you guys free without killing any of you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ruby.
Are you torturing your cat? What's going on?
No, she's just yelling at me.
She's like, hey, my food. Hey, servant, attend me, servant. How dare you ignore your mistress?
You might want to mute while she's screaming at you.
All right. So, the naiad, which is the one that looks more humanoid, and the nereids are those who look more like they are fish people. They do have legs. The nereids are the type of nymphs that are like, when I'm in water for long enough, I get my fishtail and then I can just jump into the air and have like flipper legs. But the naiad is essentially just kind of a river nymph or a lake nymph, so they're not necessarily fishy. So the narrate in more of an alto voice says, we have to thank you anyway. It is rare for Fae like us to be trapped in these types of entrapments. But we were at a disadvantage.
Hmm.
The Naiad scoffs and says, "Yeah, we were at a disadvantage. Like, there's sea nymphs. I'm a lake nymph, or a pond nymph, or a river nymph. Doesn't matter. We Naiads go many ways, and we've been like traveling on earthen ground for a while, and we get to a place where we can like have a dip in water. Of course, we're gonna try it. It's not like water's ever been threatening to us." And the narrator nods.
Fucking cat. I'm giving you attention. Stop.
Why are you so quiet? Did we do something wrong?
No,
Well,
no, just tending to your friend here that I, shot
Oh yeah.
illegally. But
Yeah.
You say that while I'm tending to myself at the moment.
No, it's fine. Well, I mean, if you need help, we do. I do know some healing magic. But it looks like you need to rest more than health.
I'm sorry, I'm partially distracted by stuff.
No, not to apologize.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A good rest here is probably in everybody's best interest at this point.
Honestly, yeah.
Haven't
Should I
gotten
tiny
now.
hut?
Ooh, you have the tiny hut spell. That's a good spell. Rest. Yes, it is. Well, we need to give you something in exchange for you helping us.
I mean, you've already given us the location of the Dragon Horde, and you've given me a magic item. You're injured as it is. I don't know. I feel guilty asking you for anything further.
What? I understand how you feel about it. Sorry. I'm kind of like talking between their ranges instead of having like a clear. So the narrate says, "I understand how you feel." Dragon. Born? Dragon? Kid? Dragon? What are you?
Dragonborn would be the correct term in this case.
Dragonborn. I understand how you feel, Dragonborn, but we nymphs are fae. If we believe we owe you a debt, it is binding. I cannot change how I feel or I believe. It's something intrinsic to me and my friend. But perhaps the unconscious one will not. Well, I believe she's already given you a gift.
Me saying this as the player, not the character. Do they have any healing potions? Because that'd be really nice.
Well, you did find like 4 healing potions in a bag. In 4 bottles with potions that were red and seemed to be healing in, I think, the first room you entered in this labyrinth. So you do have those. The 4 healing potions that look to be greater, but you haven't identified.
I mean, I do have identify.
Yeah, but you have the spell. You just didn't. None of you identified the potions on that session or the session after.
I do now.
I mean, you can identify all potions on while you're resting. I'll give you that.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I shall reserve that for then. I may be slightly tired today.
All right.
Okay.
Well-
If you guys are too tired, I'm not gonna force you into playing session.
Oh no, you're good. I'm fine with it. I'm just. It is definitely a Monday.
Mhm.
Fair.
All right.
Every game is a Monday, guys.
Yeah, but this
It's
is the
a
most
special.
Monday
It's a Monday.
of
Monday.
Mondays.
I'm not gonna fight you on this. So, I guess the question then is, what do you think is a fair reward?
Mhm.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that, but this might be a good moment to introduce. No. It might be a good moment to introduce something I want something I want to do in the future. The nymph goes, well, if you don't have anything special you need or want, how about this? And she takes out a coin. And I'm just going to have it so that you guys are not all the way in the fucking back over there, so that you can all talk together. And she offers a coin to you. Do you take it? Look at it? Do something
I'm
with it?
Definitely looking at it to see what it's made out of, what markings are on it.
Okay, so I'm going to. This is an item from another module that I have.
Okay.
If I can just go to my computer, browse, and I'm gonna go find you a magical item that I haven't used in long.
Honestly, loot wheel is an idea for sure.
Wheel of Lootability. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the prize that we shall earn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'll find the details of the item at a later date. It's not necessary right now. But basically, she gives you a token. It is the same color as her skin. One side has a balance on it, and on the other side, it the balance is tilted on one end, and on the other side is a relief of her face. Exactly like her.
Interesting.
So, what do these do?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some. I'm sorry. I forget sometimes that I'm not in the Fae. In the mortal realms, you people use trinkets, gold, things worth of value for your currencies. The Fae realm, everything works on favors. If you ever find yourself in the Feywild and are in need of assistance, I have given you a token of greater favor, which means you can request a favor from me or exchange this token for anything you might need. the greater token of the great in favor token of a narrate might be worth more to some, less to others. But a graver favor is always prized. It's actually quite fun as a system because sometimes I give someone a token for a favor and then they exchange it, and at some point in my life I'm going to be requested by someone I don't even know to go on an adventure, and simply that my favor was traded around until it was. And the naiad goes, "Oh, that's a wonderful idea. How about this?" And she gives Herb her token. She just kind of snaps her fingers, and in her hand appears a token of greater favor from her, and she gives it to Gil.
Oh, thank you.
So now, if you find yourself in the Feywild, you'll have tokens from 2 powerful nymphs, which will be quite helpful. And you definitely will find yourselves in the Feywild at some point, knowing how adventurers are.
Hmm. And
His fingers perk up a little bit.
as for dealing with that aboleth in the first place, you all having been associated with it, do you know if it had any sort of horde of its own, or was it?
Oh, well,
it just
I mean,
fucking around here for no reason.
well, the aboleth was hoarding servants, but I'm sure, like, we'd like to leave with our stuff, but maybe like the stuff the kobolds and the orc and the other people had with them that died probably would be a nice thing to pick up. I don't think the kobolds were holding much. The bullets are not exactly horde carrying creatures.
I'm gonna make a fucking nature check with Gil real quick to see if he'd even be smart enough to suggest the thing that I'm thinking. Yeah, that's
That
fair
should
enough.
be good.
I mean, don't they like eat rocks and stuff? They might have some gemstones in their stomachs. Am I crazy?
Oh, fair. The narrate shrugs. Narrate, who's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so this narrate shrugs, goes up to one of the bullets and just kind of drags their body all the way over here. And then she just kind of takes her trident and slashes at the flesh of the bullet and just kind of slits it open like a fish. And she goes, "Oh, there you go." And she throws you like a couple of things. All this are gonna be like raw ore type deal. It's not gonna like. There's not gonna be a gold piece's worth of anything yet because you haven't like processed it. But you get like 3 pieces of ruby ore. I'm gonna talk slowly. 3 pieces of ruby ore. I'm gonna roll for your luck because I can give you some really cool shit. Fuck. Okay.
Well, that
Right, so
sounds
you're
like
gonna
we have
get-
amazing luck.
I'm gonna roll for your luck. I could give you some real cool shit, or maybe not because your luck's terrible.
No, you guys are actually hitting the jackpot with it. So that's gonna be a 19 on the dice. and it's not a D100; it's a D20. So this is good.
Okay.
So, in the stomach of these creatures, she finds like 3. Let's let the dice talk. You get 4 pieces of mithril ore. Seven gemstones. So I already said 2 rubies. So then 2 emeralds, 3 topaz. Two emeralds, 2 rubies, 3 topaz is what you get from their body. You get 3 pieces of.
Sorry, can we write this down? Or is it...
I am. I'm
You got
typing it.
Okay,
You
so
got it.
3 pieces. I said 3 pieces of mithril.
Oh, you said 4
2.
mithril.
Was it 4 mithril?
Yeah, 4 mithril, 7 gemstones.
Okay, 7 gemstones. The gemstones are 2 ruby, 2 emeralds, 3 topaz. Sorry.
Correct. Yeah.
And you get. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys are rich if you manage to do something with this. It is going to be hard to work with, but
Looks
you
at
get
Derek.
7 pieces of adamantine ore.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You guys have smiths in your party. You can make adamantine weapons with this. Like,
Oh.
and for the record, I'm gonna say for a full suit of heavy armor, it's gonna be 3 pieces of adamantine you're gonna need. For a set of medium armor, it's gonna be 2 pieces. For a weapon or shield, it's gonna be 1. Unless you want a tower shield, at which point it's gonna be 2. Tower shields in the documents that we're using is +3 to your AC, but it has a strength requirement, which is going to be 2 points higher from it being adamantine. So if you have need 13 strength to wield a piece of armor, if it's adamantine, it's a lot heavier. It's going to be 15 and etc. So usually I don't think I have anything that's above like 15 required strength. I think that's what plate is. So that means that adamantine plate requires 17 strength to wear without penalty to movement speed and stealth and all that jazz. But like if you're wearing plate, you already have disadvantage on stealth. So
Well, it's a good thing none of us would use heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
yep, you could
The
use
only
medium
one
armor.
who did fucking betrayed us.
Yeah, and
True.
as for light armor, good luck making light armor out of adamantine, bro. That's not happening. But as I said, weapons, like unless so for weapons, I'm going to say I'm just setting the rules right now because it's kind of your first time getting ore. If you're using a piece of weaponry that is light, or if the piece of if the weapon is a heavy weapon, it's going to cost you 2 ore because it's bigger. Otherwise, it's going to be 1 ore if you're making adamantine weapons. And chances are, if your weapon was light, it probably won't be light if it's made of adamantine, unless you get like a really good roll or a dwarven smith. It's kind of like the 2 things that you can do.
Hey, War
And,
Boss, question concerning this.
Yeah.
How does this apply to barding?
You want to make Tish adamantine plate? Is that what you're saying? I'm gonna say for a large creature, for every size category above medium, it's gonna be an additional ore to do this arm. It's like if you're making plate for yourself, it's gonna be 3 pieces. If you're making plate for Tish, it's gonna be 4 pieces. And if Tish becomes huge at some point, it's gonna be 5. So, I don't. That's not how surface area works. But it's also I don't want to be too much of a dick, and I don't want to be like, oh guys, you need 4 times as much ore to do armor for Tish, so use all your adamantine on her. Guys, stupid. You know what? I'm going to Thank you, Rhea. I'm going to take this. I'm going to control C, and I'm going to go into your documents. I'm going to go into Crown of the Tyrant Queen. You guys have a party vault, and at the bottom of the party vault, I'm going to, well, in the party vault document, I'm going to add a new page. Should be able to do that. It's going to be or crafting rules. I'm going to create that page, and then I'm going to just paste this over here, save it. Now you should have the ore crafting rules in your party vault. I should probably do the same thing for, because right now you have your party vault, and then you have the horde progression, the arcane schematics, and things. So, yeah, I'm probably going to work on that. Anyway, so you have these items, put them on your sheet, and once you get back to your lair, if you want to drop things into the vault, it's going to be probably something we do off game, because I need to keep track of exactly how many gold pieces worth of stuff is in your vault, which is currently at 4,139 gold pieces and 8 copper. I don't remember where the copper comes from, but it's funny. Yeah, so you get that from the 2 bullets, which is kind of who have traveled to the ground. Hey, you rolled a 19. I should give you something.
It's up to you. You gave adamantine. 'Tis your call.
Yeah, 1 diamond. Rough cut.
One diamond? Alright.
1 diamond, rough cut.
Cool.
I'm
sounds
giving
like a
you
project for-
components for resurrection magic there. That's what the diamond is. That's why it's valued. Not that there are a lot of clerics anymore. So most diamonds probably end up in a dragon's hoard instead of in a cleric's component pouch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, the
Actually, may I?
Mhm.
Ray is gonna bamf back to tiny goblin form. Actually, question. You wouldn't. It's not for them. This one's for me. But you wouldn't happen to know a way back to the Feywild, would you?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, of course. There's like, oh, there's a portal to the Feydark, like deep into the Dark Lakes. Probably not where you want. If you want to go to the Feywild, you probably don't want to show up in the Feydark. Like the Night Court's pretty brutal.
Shakes her head no. Oh, thanks, I'm good.
But like, do you have a map? Like a map, not a dungeon map of this place?
I have parchment. Yeah, I have I have cartographer's tools. So yeah, actually. 1 second. She'll go to her bag. That
You
she
have
now has. I was a panther.
You were a panther. That's fine.
I didn't have pockets. Now I have pockets. So she'll pull out her cartographer's tools with this spare piece of parchment and just kind of put it in front of them.
All right, and she's going to put a spot on your map. So if we just go. Oh, fuck! I do. Stupid. Oh yeah, like you could like go to the door. I know you could go to the door. I know, but there's like one more place where you can find a portal that will bring you to the Feywild, and that was pretty easy. It's pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah, there's this hag that lives in the swamp, like southeast of here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right, I didn't think of that.
She's probably got a portal. Like
Okay.
what's her name again?
Margaret?
Granny. Yeah, the Granny Margaret.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna
Alright,
don't mess with her, and don't like cause. Grannies are kind of a big deal in the Fae, so I wouldn't fuck with her. Is what I'll say. But otherwise, she's like really nice. Don't mess with her mushrooms, and if she offers you a cookie, eat it. Don't refuse cookies from Granny Margaret. I want to be very clear. Never refuse a cookie from Granny Margaret. I know they taste like stone. I know they're horrible. It doesn't matter. If you refuse a cookie for Granny Margaret, you're in trouble. Okay, I want to be very clear. I don't want to treat you like idiots, but sometimes mortals do these things. It's kind of like because Fae are like different. We work different. Like I've lived in Thalia for a while, and I understand how mortals think. And like for you, it's kind of like, oh, just kind of cookie. Cookie is very important. Very important to Cookie. Cookie's big deal.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right. Don't forget the cookies. And then she just kind of looks up at the other narrate, who's kind of like unconscious, and she looks up at you and says, you don't have like poisons and weird shit in your weaponry, or?
No, just a bullet.
Okay.
I
Cool.
haven't been coding them.
Okay. Well, that's nice, I guess. And she just kind of the Nerade walks up and drags her Nerade ally over here, and they all just kind of concentrate for a second, and then a circle begins to shimmer in the pond in front of you, and then they just jump into it with a soft thoom sound, and that doesn't sound like hitting water, and they're gone. And then the Naiad, who's the last one left, says, yeah, so, anything else before I go?
I mean, I guess there is one thing that I could use some advice on, but
Oh, please, go ahead. You did stop us from being slave to a horrible, slimy, thingy creature. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of a big deal.
so I have an associate, let's just call her, and I'm trying to think of a way to get her out of a bad place. Except she believes she's not in a bad place, and like I'm not unskilled at like persuading people, but I'm a bit more proficient in more coercive measures.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, have you tried dominating her mind?
Oh,
You see, like, I could do that, but then, like, if she ever figures out that I did that, I think she's gonna hate me even more than she already does right now.
Oh, yeah, I guess you mortals are picky about this, like, mind magic stuff.
Yeah, just a little.
Like, I guess, like, I can see a few possibilities. If domination is out of the table, have you tried charming her?
I didn't really have access to anything like that the last time we met, though.
No,
Yes.
I don't mean magical charming. I mean charming her like a regular person. Like, you look like you're decent looking.
It's a
this scaly girl?
complicated relationship, I guess you could say. I
mean,
may have pissed her off royally with my actions.
well, how about this? If you make your way to the Feywild, and if you make your way to the Feywild and bring one of my token that I gave to the Archfey who presides over the Flying Orchard, I mean, she's a great counselor. Like, really good. She can figure out she knows mortal relationships much better than I do. Like, I'm a nymph. My job is to charm people and bring them into the Fae to, like, well, for fun mostly. I'm not exactly the best person to ask about mortal relationship, but she's really good. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know what's the problem with dominating her mind thing. It's kind of like the obvious answer, but I understand that I'm Fae and you're not Fae, and between what is acceptable between Fae isn't necessarily acceptable between mortals. So it's kind of like weird. Like I really think the charming thing sounds. You look good. Like you're not horrible looking. I'm sure you have some parts of you that are redeemable, charming, or something.
I think that was a compliment. I'm not entirely sure.
I think it was.
Anyways, what metals did you say? Or I'm sorry, what was the place again?
Flying orchard.
Specifically,
It's literally a flying orchard. Like a orchard in the sky. It moves around with it moves through the season, but usually it stays around fall, and you can usually find it at fall, sometimes in spring, but it's rarer. It's like the like spring fruits are not as fun for the leader of the. Do you understand how like different fruits grow at different times during the year? So like the fruits that she likes really a lot are apples. So if you walk to the apple season, you should probably find it. It's the best place to find her.
right? And who did you say this archfey was?
Oh, what was her name? It's been a while. Actually, hey guys, does anyone remember the name of my character in Gene's game that takes place in the?
It's been too
She
long.
gives you a name that I will
Is it-
find in the.
Is this
future.
from Waterdeep or?
Waterdeep? Yes.
Oh, Waterdeep,
It's,
I wouldn't know. I thought you were talking about the other.
Nope.
Fuck, I think it was like
Fate.
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 Yeah, I think it's Fate.
Yeah. She has a Fae name that's like really complicated and stuff. But if you look for Fate or Lady Fate, you can probably find her. It's gonna be the easiest way. Yeah. So yeah. She's a minor archfey. She's not like. I think last I recalled, she was something along the lines of 14th in line to the throne of like so high enough to be important, low enough to probably never rule. But she rules in her domain, so that's that. Oh, sure, she likes apples. She shrugs.
Well,
Actually, maybe I can. She just kind of thinks about it for a second, and she pulls out a golden apple and just kind of underhand tosses it at you.
Here, go catch it.
Okay. Add a superior healing potion to your sheet. Superior healing potions, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's like 8d something.
D4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8. So it's second to best healing potion, I think. The only thing that's better is supreme.
Yes, Ruby, I get it.
She looks at you and just kind of frowns a little, and she says, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's from the off season. It's not the best, but I mean it's good."
Well, I think between this and the information you've given me, thank you.
She nods and then jumps into the portal, which, unless she looks around to see if someone else had something to ask first.
Don't have anything myself.
All right, just gonna say, now that you've talked about it, I feel like having apples, so maybe you'll see me on the in the orchard if you do decide to come. Yeah, cool. Okay, so well, have a great quest, I guess. That's what you guys. That's what adventurers do, like questing.
More or less.
Have fun questing. And she just kind of jumps and disappears. And you see the portal swirl, and then just kind of swirl almost as if imploding. And then there's just kind of a little droplet that just kind of pops out of the water, falls back down, and then ripples flow out. And they're gone.
Oh, dominate her mind or time to charm her. I don't know which one would piss her off more at this point. Ugh.
Could just talk to her.
That would be a lot easier if she wasn't actively serving in the Queendom's army.
Yeah, that might actually cause some issue. Yeah, yikes. Yikes.
It's a very long story.
Sounds like it. Wait, well, there's two of them. Oh no.
Like, she just kind of like yelled at me, flipped me off last time.
Doesn't sound that bad. It's kind of. I mean, what were you to her before she was pissed off at you? Because if she's a
Hang on.
friend, then it could just pass. Queendom shit aside, anyway.
We were very close friends before I departed the Queendom. I've tried explaining myself, and she just does not want to listen.
If she doesn't want to listen, is there anything you can show her? I don't know.
You
I don't
guys,
know what kind of person she is, but
I don't want to tell you what you guys should do, but I believe you did get a scroll
yeah,
of
you're
Dominate
here.
Person or Dominate Creature.
I have a scroll of Dominate Monster, thank you
Hey.
very much, not Dominate Person.
also,
Are
we're
you trying
maybe
to
not
tell me
trying
I'm a
that
monster?
route.
Is that what you're telling me, Mr. DM? That's not
Actually,
very
yeah.
I'm not
nice.
telling you. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just giving you options.
Ay. don't know if we should be listening to the guy who owes a bunch of favors to that one dude up the tower.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh.
It's not about this. Looks pointedly at Az.
Fair enough. Sorry. I'm having a hard time with my voice today.
All
Fair
good.
enough.
Well, regardless, can't do anything about it right now. That being said, we should probably rest up before we move on.
Yeah, Hecate's still kind of not looking great, so might be a good idea.
All right.
Yes, please. I could really use the health.
All right. So you all get together, and you. Do you like go to a prior room to rest that you've already cleared, or do you want to like? Because this place is a bit corpsey.
Honestly, I think we're used to it at this point. Resting here is probably better.
I mean, we could go back to the Infernal
Or we could-
Lounge.
Or we could go back there, yeah.
We
Just
could
go
just go
sleep
back to
in
the
the
lounge.
lounge? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. You guys.
Like, okay. I mean, that's an
believe-
option, I guess. We can also go back to the wine.
I
room, that's
believe
enough
that
for it.
there is like a I don't know if they have do they have I think they have rooms. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're not necessarily going to go all the way to the Hell Lounge and just kind of interact with all the NPCs again. Let's just say that you move to the Hell. I keep stumbling on it. You move. Let's just say that you move to the Hell Lounge. Speak with one of the devils relaxing here. Find yourself a room. It shouldn't be a problem for Tish to find herself a place where she can rest, considering that there are pit fiends who sleep here, and pit fiends are bigger than horses. I'm just gonna hazard a guess that a pit fiend is bigger than a horse. So yeah, you get like a room at the Hell Lounge, and you set up asleep. And I was going to have you roll for like your guard duty and stuff, but if you're in the Hell Lounge, I mean, you didn't sneak your way into there, so you can just go. So, you find yourself in a room of red velvet. Many
Can I hear the ominous
sections
music?
are cushions. What?
I knew it. It is the Velvet Room.
It's the
God.
wrong color.
Wrong color!
No, you find yourself in a room of velvet with a but it's more of a suite than a room, because calling it a room when it has multiple bedrooms doesn't feel like it's proper. Like, this is like as you know, the laziest possible way to do exposition. But as you know, I There are one of the reasons for this lounge is for companies of Hellriggers to come and rest. And the Hellriggers usually travel in groups of 5 to 7. Well, 3 to 7, technically, if they're really powerful. So they have rooms for like party of people. And considering that you are a Hellrigger, you have access to the Hellrigger party rooms, which means that it is a place with you can have up to 7 rooms, and you have, and that's enough for a room for each of your party members.
Definitely going to try to benefit from that then.
Right. So the pit fiend is just kind of sitting at a table, and he's like,
So, want a room, Hellrigger?
Yes, and one for each of my companions as well.
he scans the party, and he goes,
I'll get you a team suite.
That'll do.
Do you want it upgraded? It'll only be a soul coin.
Afraid I don't have one of those on me today. Sorry.
he smiles and says,
Ah, damn. Well, alright then. Regular suite it will be.
and he gives you like a key. It's got like a heavy like reddish metal key, and you go into the room, and it's like luxurious, like to the hell, luxurious as hell is what I'm gonna say. It's like this, as I said, all every like velvety cushions, like beautiful wooden carvings in the walls, and the it makes you wonder what the upgraded rooms are like. But yeah, you have like a place for everyone to be and to sleep, so you don't need to like set up a guard rotation unless you choose to. I'm not gonna stop you from doing that. Do you want to keep guard? There's a word for it that I'm just kind of blanking on. Keep watch. Want to keep watch? Or are you fine thrusting the
I'll leave that up to the
devils?
others.
I mean, Herrick's not so much going to keep watch as he is just going to kind of look over the collar the nymph gave him before she tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
The collar of, I think it was greater non-detection it was?
I think so.
Gee, sounds right.
I believe that Hecate requested something earlier, so I'm going to tell you that 3 of the 4 healing potions you got in the first room are greater healing potion, and the last potion is a it doesn't seem to respond to the spell in question. It just kind of doesn't respond to the spell. So what it tells you is that there's no spell on effect on this, and it isn't a magical item that can be identified. So you have
identify
3
them.
greater healing potion and a dubious potion. Let's call it.
Thank you for doing business.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, I mean, I guess you can try the hard way to figure out what that is. I'm just gonna be over here, focusing on this.
As goes. the best way to figure out what this potion does be to drink it.
Ah, yes.
I'm kidding. That
Or-
sounds like a horrible idea.
Thank you for playing devil's advocate as.
Hmm.
Always a pleasure.
I'm sure. Just looks over to I. It's not always a pleasure, is it?
He just looks both directions, says nothing.
Well, as it just goes, well, actually, playing devil's advocate is sometimes my role. I am a devil and a trained lawyer. I have advocated for other devils at times.
I'ma just let you stay perched on her shoulder then.
Well, alright. You don't wish for my help.
I
So
mean,
be
like, you could sit on my shoulder, but like, I don't know if you would like all the demons I've got inside me.
I do not like demons, that's true.
This party, I'm
Filthy
not sure if he
creatures.
means literally or metaphorically. Maybe both.
Yes.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that both Queendom and Bastion considers me a problem, so... do what you will.
So, as time passes, as you relax, you do get to spend the evening relaxing. And eventually you fall asleep. I don't have a scene prepared for this, Eric, but you dream of the life of a crystal dragon who spends his time helping other mortals for coin, for different things. Bit mercenary, but always kind. Some people he helps even though they don't have anything to offer, until eventually he is his generosity is, which is very rare for a dragon, is played upon, is taken advantage of, and then lured into a trap so that people might steal from his hoard the payments they have offered to him. After a brutal battle, he's eventually defeated and then harvested for parts. they get at the talons of the dragon, picking out the claws, and then smash away the fangs, keeping those, and they begin to skin the dragon, scale after scale, before opening it up and harvesting the pouch, which is the source of the organ that is a source of the breath weapon for artificing purpose. And the dragon is left a gruesome tableau of greed for others to stumble upon. So yeah, fun dream, great dream. So yeah, that happens. Lovely dreaming. So you wake up in the morning, all of you refreshed, except maybe Herrick, who is pukey a bit. How about Herrick? How about you roll me like a Constitution saving?
Con
Oh, well,
save.
just for fun. Yeah, a con save. I'm not gonna have you vomit everywhere. Don't worry, unless you're not one.
Please no, I'm eating.
Okay, yeah, you don't feel good. You feel a bit barfy, but you're not like in a situation where you're gonna start like emptying your bowels. You're good. You're good. All right. So, you make your way through the path requested of the you make your way through the labyrinth until you reach a door. You've turned right, left, right again, and then eventually make your way to a door where the nymphs, or at least the nymphs while being controlled by the aboleth, who was the one who truly knew the position of the dragon. You arrive at this room, and then the door is closed. It doesn't seem like you have a way to open it. You can look at it, try to like figure out what it does, but or how to open it, but doesn't seem to be like a door handle of any kind.
What does the door look like?
It looks polished. It has silver and golden filigree. With topaz sorted into certain specific places in between the engravings, like accents. And it has, and the main material for the door seems to be kind of this strange alloy of bronze, as in some kind of do you want to? It looks like an alloy of bronze. That's all I'm going to give you without proper rolls relating to that issue. So bronze, silver, gold, topaz. That's very like
What would you say to roll if you wanted to get more information?
probably an intelligence check with your smith's tools would be good, because this is a metal. You would get to add your tool proficiency to that.
starting the day off strong.
Mm.
All right. You feels like bronze, looks like bronze. Doesn't smell like bronze because I don't think bronze smells like anything. But you think if it smelled of something, it would be of bronze. It's definitely bronze. I'm removing my
this would be
eyes for a
so much-
second.
This would be so much easier to identify if I could actually get a good night's fucking sleep for once.
You don't hear a chuckle. You think you do, but you don't.
Surrounded in luxury, and I can't. I still get nightmares. Just great, wonderful, love it. Thanks, Dad. Love it.
Okay.
Seems like bronze. I'm not fully sure it is, but it looks like it.
Okay.
What you figure out about this door is that nothing you can think of can help you open this door. That's what you figure out about the door. And it looks like bronze. The gold is definitely gold. The silver is definitely silver. I'm not requesting a roll for that. And a topaz, I mean, it could be another gemstone that is yellow. But your smith's tools wouldn't give you any information on that.
I mean,
Considering this is a topaz dragon's lair,
there's
Very
probably a way to open this. I just don't know what it is.
I mean, it is a door. We could knock.
I mean, I guess that's technically correct. I don't
I
know if he's gonna answer.
I don't either.
I mean, it couldn't hurt
This
one
is
way or
very
the other.
new. Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless there's like a pressure plate thing or something, and I'm gonna start looking like at like this, like the edges of the door and like the ground, see if there's anything that looks kind of out of place.
you can roll an investigation check if you want, or a perception.
I would like.
I could give you perception for that. I'm trying to
I-
perceive if anything's weird. Anything weird. You'll probably, if you want to figure out what a pressure plate does, it will definitely be investigation. But just to look around for traps, perception.
Be investigation then, because I'm looking for something that will open this door, and because you said there's no handle, I'm assuming it's flush to the ground.
Yep.
So investigation it is. It's an 11.
Okay.
It's the ground.
You don't see any pressure plates or anything suspicious to open this door.
I mean, unless it's some kind of magic thing, then I think we might be a little in trouble, but...
Herrick just like lets out an exasperated sigh as he knocks on the door. Not with his knuckle or anything. He just like hits his head on it out of frustration.
Like, dong. The bronze ripple and a creature phases out of the bronze to look at you. I'm going to try to describe this thing. It's a bronze construct fashioned to resemble a beautiful woman with great shining wings Um, it um, is fairly tall, and when I say like fashioned with wings, it's kind of like butterfly wings type deal. It has a bit of like a crown-like protrusion around its head. Um, I think I don't think I have the ability to. Second. Maybe I can just share an image of it. I don't think I'm gonna need Curb to do the sharing of the image to the stream because I'm not in control of that. But I can send I can send you guys the image in the chat.
There we go.
All right, so this is a construct, and it looks at all of you, and its eyes glow a bit brighter. And then it turns to. I'm gonna roll like a check for this ladybot to see if I'm getting anything. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, so like custodian is going to I didn't hide the role. This creature is called a custodian. The custodian is going to look up at the at your group and try to decide who's the most important out of everyone, like to see who they're going to talk to, and then they figure out by looking at you guys that it doesn't seem like there's a specific like one person leader of the group, so they will try to address the entire party, and they go, help, 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 help.
Help?
Good evening.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
What exactly do you need help with?
No, it is simply that I am having some difficulties with certain words. Like help, help, help.
Are
Hello.
you trying to? Oh, yep. There it is. There, they got it. They got it.
It
So-
looks frustrated. What might I do for you, sirs and lady?
Well, I mean, for starters, there's two ladies here, but I know
Your
just
anatomy
act
is
like
strange.
it. Anyways, I don't suppose you could open the door.
As custodian, I cannot open the door gate without you first helping with a small request of mine.
What would that be?
the master of this domain requests something from anyone who wishes to bask in their grandeur.
Of course they do.
You may pay with a few things. You could cook a worthy meal, offer great wisdom, offer great story, offer a great piece of art. Music is also acceptable, it says, looking at like the magical instruments. Or a proper give, bribe.
Okay, that was a word choice.
This from each of us.
Of course it is.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Except you. He points to you, Herrick.
As in, I don't need to, or
As in, you will be expected to offer two of these things.
Aw.
Hmm.
And why would that be?
Please excuse my comment. Those are not my personal words, but it will be because you are a filthy black piece of shit, excrement.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, this really went there.
Oh, it just absolutely makes my day knowing that your master is a fucking racist bastard. How wonderful. My
He
day
has
has
had-
been enriched.
He has had difficulties with coal scales, as I am told to refer to you. When not insulting your person.
Okay.
I think we might have to kill this guy, guys.
Damn.
Well, that makes I mean, yeah, it makes things a little easier. We'll see. Let's see how things go.
This guy, just as a reminder, this guy is like in a feud with the Black Dragon in this,
Yeah.
domain. He's a dick, but
Oh no, we understand. We're still gonna kill this guy.
You know what? It's impressive. I don't think I've ever met someone that has made me feel kinship with other black dragons. That's. You know what? Good job. Good job. Good on. Relay that for me. I am impressed.
the custodian nods and says, I am bound to the door. I may not speak with the master unless it is to announce visitors.
I mean, we're here.
Yeah, we still need to pay the doorman.
let me rephrase that. I am allowed to announce guests, visitors. I am not required to inform him of. There are many visitors who do not get to pass these doors. Guests, however, are allowed in if they offer to cook a worthy meal, to offer great wisdom, to offer a great story, to offer a great piece of art, music is included, or to offer a bribe.
What falls
So
under the
I take it
bribe
this is my time to
category?
shine.
Hang on. What about an alliance?
What kind of alliance are you offering?
One to deal with Tiamat for good? Seems
Or
your
at the very least to deal
master
with
isn't a
other-
huge fan of the Black Dragon here.
The eyes of this construct closes, and then they open back up, and he says, I fail to see the relevance. The black dragon living in the swamp is not a direct agent of the queendom. It is a coward who left their faction and hides in the Fell Empire like a bitch. Once more, sorry for my comment. These are not my words.
No, I'm inclined to agree with that one. Well then, let's put it this way. What about an alliance to deal with him?
I just looks over. Are you what?
Look, we got a year to figure this out. If we can do this non, then
A year is such a short period of time, though. Like, that's barely any time.
That's plenty of time.
do you have a better idea?
Hey, your elf is showing. Says the dragon.
Oh my gosh.
Need I remind
not
you,
of-
the beginnings of the queendom only happened in the course of a year in the first place.
How old are you two?
Been old enough.
Pretty much.
Just like leans over to Rhea. They're literally the oldest people in this group. They're like grandparents.
Oh, so you weren't kidding? Okay. That
Yeah, but-
wasn't a joke.
And
God.
baby.
When I call him a grumpy old man, I literally mean a grumpy old man.
Wait, hang
Okay,
on.
yeah.
No, wait, hang on. We
What? That makes a
know
lot of sense.
we know that Black Dragon's true name, which is something they absolutely hate hearing, if I remember correctly. Would that be an offering worth mentioning to your master?
Oh my gosh.
that would count as an offer of great wisdom or a bribe, depending on your point of view.
Well, Herrick, I knocked your offerings down by 1. You can be the one to relay that one.
Do you
I'm
remember
sure
the
he'll be
name?
thrilled.
I have it written down.
I do. I think. Do. It's up higher. Yes, I do have the name.
So do I. Of course I do.
And so does I.
I
I'm
named the
so
fucker.
glad I thought of that. I'm like, wait, hang on. Very funny. Alright, well,
I will accept such a bribe. Or great wisdom.
prefer to stay on good terms with with our initial approach, so I don't mind giving an offering at the very least myself. What do the rest of you think?
I mean, yeah, it's just figuring out what.
If you have abilities other than killing, you may offer to this automaton would not use the word I'm sorry.
Services?
As I have said, one of the options is to cook a worthy meal. This can
What if
only
I
be
just
done
play a song?
after.
Yes, that counts for you.
I could sing.
We literally just throw a feast for this robot, and
Not for the robot.
I and Hecate are
It's for the dragon.
chicken.
I will not be the one consuming the
We just
meal.
throw a feast here while I and Hecate are the entertainment. You guys can surely cook, right?
I can make passable food, not something I would want to try and bribe someone with.
If anything, I feel like I is probably the best
Surely
cook
we can
here, and that's
distract the
saying
dragon
something.
with some good music.
You wish to offer a great piece of art.
I mean, I can carve, but I don't feel like that will measure up.
I don't know, I've seen what you've carved before. You're pretty solid.
True.
Yeah, just think, Hecate. It's not a hag, so it won't just steal your song.
The custodian says, Master Ildathoth is interested in works of art made with all materials, wood included.
Cool. Okay, that works actually. Thank you.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, I don't
Anything
think we have any great...
worth a proper amount of gold is acceptable.
I don't think we have any cooks among us, although we did kill a couple bullets in another room earlier. I guess we might be able to drag that over for an actual, like, just basic meal at the very least.
The requirement is to cook a worthy meal. A basic meal would not do.
Okay, so what do they like?
As an offering,
It
maybe
would-
not, but I feel like it's still probably a good idea to just bring that. How far away was that? How long did we walk before getting here?
Not too far, because the bullet corpses are on the path to getting here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cool, so
you
we
can
could
go grab
probably-
that
Yeah, we
and
could
try
probably
to
lash it
make
up and
like a
drag it in.
check to see if you know how to prepare bullets, that would be probably like nature
Survival.
or arcana, maybe survival. I can accept either of these three.
I'll give survival a shot.
Okay. So you take like a few minutes to come back and you try to make a meal for this dragon. 16. 16 is about as good as the custodian's insight. So that's pretty
Nice.
good. When you offer to cook a meal, the custodian like waves and one of the walls opens to a small for an adult dragon, so relatively large kitchen.
Alright.
Give me a second.
Hey, you mind giving me a hand with this? I'm not exactly super keen on like what actually tastes good. I mostly just eat like roasted meats.
Sure. I've had to learn to try to cook myself over these years. Well, also for the most part.
I don't know why I spoke from you. Maybe it's because you were asking. There's the name of the thing.
Thank you.
At the top.
But yeah, sure.
All right. So do you want to like? I'm gonna give you two options. You can either like help by adding your proficiency bonus, which is just helping that way, or you can try to just give Gil a reroll, whichever you prefer.
Give Gil what?
A reroll.
Try to get
Like,
higher
give him
than
advantage.
16.
Let's see. Honestly, it might be better for advantage.
So just re-roll
Yeah, you
the
can roll a
survival.
second. You can roll a second survival because you're asking for help. There we go.
Slightly better.
That's good. That's good enough for a worthy meal. So you prepare a boulette steak with some, like as I said, they offer you to work in the kitchen. There is a small, there's once again, small for a dragon kitchen. To the right, that the door, the wall opens up to let you do that. So we've got Gil, who's offering a worthy meal. We've got
I and
Sorry,
Hecate
I
are
just need to
going
open
to
things.
do like a duo performance, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Hecate and I will do a thing. And Eric is
One of his is going to be the true name. And then...
your name, and so we have one more thing from Eric, I think.
Yep.
And one from Rhea.
Which is
Yeah.
likely going to be a carving, I would assume.
Yes. While they're cooking,
Also, I
I'm
just
gonna
realized I
snag
did
a
not do my
slab of wood.
rest.
Oh, you should probably
Should
do
probably
that.
do that quick.
All right. Well, I'm going
That's fair.
to the custodian is going to say, I will request a sample of those music you wish to offer to see if it is a great piece of art, a good piece of art, or average, even worse, if it were. Oh my god.
Save it, I. Save it, I.
Come on, I.
Hecate, you still
Bardic
have your D10.
inspiration.
You still have your D10, Hecate, that you can use, I think.
Yeah,
That you got
fuck
from-
it.
I think I did use that already, right? I think Gil did.
You used that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used it.
I have
Okay,
not.
so it's
I
going to be a
have.
19, which is, as I said, it counts as a proper
Okay.
worthy. I'm gonna say.
Yo!
Hey.
So how good is it now?
Hey!
I saved
Okay.
it.
So I'm not gonna make
You didn't save it. I saved it.
it would have been really good if you'd had that with the dragon instead of with the custodian you're trying to
Sorry, I had to be
Whatever,
funny
yeah.
at least once this round.
let you in. But I mean, it's going to let you in, so I mean that's good, right?
Mhm.
So you make the you
Okay, I still
sing
have
the
my
song
D10.
and okay. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. If you don't want to fight the custodian, you can do that. I think you could keep it for later. It's gonna be very useful at a later time. But if you want to use it and just kind of blow this custodian's mind,
Nah, no, I'm using it later.
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right. So the custodian just says, "Those are indeed great pieces of art."
Mm-hmm. Alright, well then.
So yeah, while Gil's cooking, I'm just gonna like sneak into the kitchen and grab, because I'm assuming this is wood burning. I'm just
Mhm.
grabbing a slab of wood and I'm just gonna,
I
while
mean,
he's
he's
doing his
going
shit
to.
carve.
If you say you're going to carve wood, he's going
He's-
to wave his hand to the left this time, and there's going to be like a little section with multiple materials, be it stone, pieces of ingots, and like
Different
beautiful
woods.
pieces of wood he
Yeah.
can use.
Okay, you
Um,
know what? That works. I'm gonna take one of
Because
those
I'm
instead.
guessing you're going to be able to get something better with a proper piece of wood rather than you would with like firewood. So since
Yeah.
you're using a treated piece of wood, I'm just going to give you like a +2 to whatever you're rolling
What's
because you're using really good material, and while the cooks were using like a random ass boulette they killed, so
what's a nice
you
little
don't get like
yellow
some.
wood?
Understood. Okay, and I'm going to carve them, and just for the sake of knowing what this is, I'm just gonna try carving with one of the naiads. 'Cause they're really pretty.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah. That if you were looking for inspiration of beautiful women, like you
Mm,
just met,
mhm.
like
yeah.
nymphs are peak. That's what they are. Their entire nymphs are made to lure people into the Feywild. That's the point of their like Fey existence. So if they weren't fucking gorgeous, their job would be kind of harder. So they are pretty fucking great looking.
Mhm.
Oh shit! Okay, so 27 as well. Not a natural 20,
Damn.
but a
Oh.
27 as well. So you make just this beautiful piece of art. Roll me 3d6.
Okay. Individually or just hit the
No,
thing?
just 3d6 together.
Okay.
Ow.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Nice. A plus. I love
I
that
was
for
gonna
me.
joke about it, but
Okay.
then it happened without me saying it.
Funny.
I love that
Okay,
so much.
So,
All right.
So it's worth 300, right?
No.
So you make this beautiful statue is worth 130 gold.
Okay.
So 100 plus whatever you roll times 10, which is 3 times 10, 30. So it could have been better, but it is by default high enough to succeed on the request. Beauty is the eye of the beholder. Do you carve a beholder?
No. The joke is the custodian is not a beholder. That's why it's not worth as much.
Yeah. Okay. So the custodian accepts your. I think all that's left is for a for Min, for Herrick to offer us a final gift, a final worthy meal, great wisdom, great story, great piece of art, or proper bribe.
I could think of something though that that might be revealed just by giving the name. Like your master doesn't like know the line of dragons that this black dragon pissed off in the queendom, does he?
I am not certain. Closes their eyes.
Hmm?
It closes its eyes, and then it opens them and says, Master Illithoth is not answering my query.
That's decidedly not helpful.
It might be that he is simply not interested in that line of information. The gift get bribe can be monetary, an artifact, a magical item, or a jewel, though a jewel might fit more with a great piece of art.
Hmm.
I mean, I do have that rune I made to slot into Sunderer. I don't know if he'd be interested in that.
Is it a magical item?
Is a rune a magical item?
Not exactly, but kind of.
Kinda, sorta. It's a gray area.
Is it worth more than 250 gold pieces?
I'm pretty sure it's an uncommon rune. I don't know if that's worth at least 250 gold. I get the feeling it's probably not.
I don't think so. I think it's like 50 or something.
I mean, if you want, I can pass you Seora's old amulet.
Oh, I thought it meant a lot to you.
I mean, I also have this ring I'm not using. I kind of kept it just. It might help.
What is the ring?
Ring of fire resistance?
Not really fighting fire-breathing dragons, are you?
Not
Not
really.
yet. Red dragons are probably going to come up at some point.
My cat is screaming.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, might be, but I'll remind you that currently, at least, Rhea is a temporary member of your party. So unless you decide to adopt Wolven into the main group, and it's gonna be your decision if you want to keep them after the Fellhaven arc comes to an end, and if Wolven wants to keep playing with us.
I mean, I do, but like.
I mean, hey, last game I had 7 players. This time I limited it to 4. 5 is not that big a deal. especially since we've been doing this for a bit now, so it's kind of like I think I capped out Thalia at 8 players, and that was really rough. But like 5, I can do. So yeah, if you plan on staying for the long run, as I'm sure it's not that hard to find another piece of fire-resistant gear, considering your main party is based in the Bastion, which is a place that typically fights dragons, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Mm-mm.
So you could give the ring.
Actually,
I mean, it's an option.
I think I do have an option.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, didn't that Niv give you the like really cool necklace thing?
No.
God.
No.
There are plans for that. No.
Well, I mean, that's a magical item, yeah.
Yes,
Not-
but
Not the amulet. Though I was considering potentially the nymph tokens. Like the favor tokens could be an interesting.
What
Oh,
about
a nymph favorite
yes.
token is definitely
What-
a good this thing.
what about
so
this?
Mm?
Herrick says as he holds up the blue Harper pin that he has.
Mm.
oh,
I don't remember you using this often. He looks at it and just kind of like there's like a flicker of light in their eyes, and the custodian leans back and says, "This is a proper magical item. You will be able to pass."
Alright.
We can make more of those
That'll
too,
be
which
my
is
second
nice.
offering.
Nah.
For those who have given physical gifts, bribes, let's call them what they are. For those who have given physical bribes, the custodian walks to each of you, puts their hand on it, and then it disappears in a swooshing noise of magic, being teleported into what you assume to be the dragon's hoard. You are then offered just kind of like the creature, the custodian nods to all of you. Even Herrick, it's very polite with Herrick because it's not his decision to be racist.
Yep.
It's his master's. Though to be fair, I'm pretty sure it's not just racism. It's magically speaking, your race has a feature that good dragons see you in a bad light magically, kind of like the compulsion type deal. So
Oh,
it's not like he's completely an asshole, but kind of is still.
Oh, that's interesting since gem dragons are usually more neutral.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this guy's less neutral.
Alright, so. Would your master like to hear the true name in person?
I believe that would be go. Fine, it says. And the custodian seeps into the doors, and then they begin to creak open. And I'm going to send you to another map. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to put you into the map. I'm going to put your tokens down, just so you know what's going on. And this is, for those who are tired and stuff, this is probably where we're ending the session.
Alrighty.
I'm guessing, Eric, you're on Tish right now?
I don't think I need to be on Tish for right now.
Okay, so Tisha's just going to be beside you. I'm gonna give you like. I feel like this is fair. Did I not make the light tokens? The room is very dark when you open the door. Some of you will see something. Others don't have like light and stuff. So I is already there. I'm giving you 2 tokens for some reason. Do you have dark vision? Because your token doesn't have dark vision.
I should have
Me?
dark vision. I'm an
She's
elf.
an elf, so she should.
Yeah, I know. I'm going
Probably
to
just never
edit
got
that.
set up correctly.
Vision range 60.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, so that's. Oh, I'm missing Gil. Gil, whose light is proper, and then Rhea, who's the only one who has properly set up dark vision. But for the because you're the only one whose dark vision is set up to not give color.
What?
That's funny.
But for now, I'm just gonna.
So's Gills.
I don't know. It doesn't show up on my end. Okay, so the door opens, and I'm going to send you to the proper map.
What is supposed to be dark vision?
Immediately as you open the doors, you smell something wrong. It smells of iron, and there is blood on the floor. A lot of blood.
Shit.
Oh, I don't like this. Come on, we gotta get moving.
Yep.
All right, we can move further. Okay, as you get here, Gil, before you go any further, first off, Rhea, yeah, you see everything within your range because your dark vision is fucking busted.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
So you notice what happened here. So, but before we move any further, Gil, at the center of this room, where you see like the designs of a dragon, there's a plate with your meal and a small wooden carving and a base and a small ring, basically in this like caved in area that seems to be in place to hold something, kind of like a bowl shape. And yeah, all that there is inside of this bowl shape that is splattered with blood is well, your offerings.
Keep going.
I'm going back to Panther.
That is fair.
All right. So I just need to wait. You can move like a few steps further.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. So as you walk in, Eric, you see a familiar sight. Well, Eric, not, you can't see it yet, so you need to move it further. There we go. Eric, you see a familiar sight out of the blood and everything around. You see something that you've seen recently in a dream. A thoroughly completely harvested topaz dragon. Oh, in your dream, it was not a topaz, but it's clear. The flesh is torn where the scales have been ripped off of its hide. Its talons are missing all but one of their claws, one of which was broken and left there. Its mouth is unhinged, and most of the teeth are broken off. And in this room, this dragon horde consists of only your offering, because it has been looted. And this is where we end the night's session.
Shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well,
Okay, that's not great. I mean, I guess it makes the whole bring the horde thing a little bit easier.
What? Well, I mean, it makes
The
it
horde is right
easier,
here.
and well, I mean, the thing with that is
Uh-huh.
the specific wording of the contract was to bring every single piece of the horde. Now, that's going to be difficult, because
Oh, that's not. That's
you
semantic
don't know who
bullshit.
left with what
Ah,
in
that's-
the group that came here. So there's going to be some issues gathering everything.
Somebody you might
especially
know.
so much more, boss.
What?
I hate you.
Hey, so do we want to turn around and kill that black dragon?
So I mean,
Oh,
it might be easier to kill the black dragon than to gather everything from this thing's horde. You'll get to explore, like, the dragon's lair next session. Like, figure out, try to find clues and stuff. But right now, what you know is that this place is bloody as hell. There are no corpses. Strange that there are no corpses, because not everything looks like dragon blood. But there are no corpses remaining. No, nothing was
Yeah,
left
of course
behind.
there aren't. It was probably
Except
a fucking
for the blood.
necromancer, considering we're in the Fell Empire.
Oh, that would be
Necromancers are
fun.
the
wouldn't
good
it?
guys in the Fell Empire, actually.
Yeah, and they slay the
But they would have
dragon.
taken the
and
they would have
take-
taken the dragon corpse. They didn't.
It's a good point. Maybe
They
it's
didn't
just
raise
too
the
powerful
dragon,
for it.
Well,
Fucking
specifically,
ransacked it.
the what you would know is that, like, Draco liches are very powerful undead, but zombie dragons are kind of not worth as much as the reagents you can get out of a dragon.
Gil
Okay.
also wouldn't be aware of this, but I assume dragons are a lot harder to generally make undead compared to just
Into
general
undead, yes.
humanoids.
Yeah.
Undeath is specifically hard to do on 3 types of creatures: elemental, dragons, and fae.
Yep.
For very specific reasons that they are not born of the gods. And undeath is a perversion of the gods.
Well, you're
So,
saying
it's the gods.
oozes are easier to make undead?
Yeah, literally.
Very good, very fun.
It's certainly more difficult to make an ooze undead than it is to make a human undead, but it's not nearly impossible in the same way that dragons. as for knowledge that Gil has, dragons have to sacrifice the dragon dream and their path to become liches.
Yeah.
So if you remember all of the different abilities that dragons get as they age, all of the template shit that I've added to make my dragons cooler,
Dragon
if you
liches just
choose a
don't get that.
lichdom, you lose all that.
Yeah, that tracks. I
So,
assume you get
you-
other
you-
cool
you-
shit though.
You
so,
get the
yeah.
Draco Lich template instead of the Dragon Path template.
Yep.
Still pretty good. Gives you a resistances to a lot of nasty shit as a Draco Lich. Makes your breath different and sometimes changes the color of your skin scales and stuff. But at the end of the day, like it's for undeath to root into the dragon, usually you either fuck up the undead so bad that it becomes a dragon zombie and loses most of its potency as a minion, because like it's not very powerful, or they have to make a willing choice to sacrifice, which is harder to force them to do, I'd say. I'm sure that there are dragons who are forced into lichdom, but that's very rare.
Well,
Usually it's a dragon making the decision.
We're gonna have to figure out who the fuck came in here next time.
Hey, War Boss, just a quick little question regarding
Yeah?
the state of the corpse.
Mhm.
Is because I know you said that the parts that were all harvested were same for what Herrick saw in his dream. Is the death pose also one for one?
No. It's one for one because in your dream the dragon was harvested for all of its interesting materials, be it like the breath organ, the heart, then the scales, the claws, the fangs, and that's about everything that you can get out of a dragon that is alchemically relevant. You could get like dragon meat, and I'm sure that's good, but it's diminishing returns at that point, because as a rule, I'm gonna go with like something very general. As a rule, when something magical dies, the magic goes into certain parts of the body and crystallizes there, so those things remain magical. The flesh of a dragon is not one of the parts of its anatomy that condenses magic upon its death. It's mostly barren of magic.
Yeah.
One good example of such a thing is Rhea. Hey, Rhea, you are
Yeah.
a magical creature. You're a
Yes, I am.
Feywild Goblin or a Skydar, which means if you die, all of the magic inside of you crystallizes into your eyeballs, which become gemstones that can be
Yes, it
harvested by people who would like to
Yeah.
have Fey eye gems
Yeah.
if they decided.
Uh-huh.
And if you are revived after that takes
no.
place, some of your magic will return, but all of the magic will only return once you hunt
My
down the person who took your eyes.
Oh, that's so
Which is
fun,
some of the lore of my
actually.
creature. It's some of the lore I
Oh.
made into that creature, which is really fun.
Okay, so
Um,
it's not in the same death pose, but that does not do anything to reduce the amount that Herrick is freaking out right now.
That's fair.
Valid,
yeah.
though. God.
But yeah, I mean, that's where we're ending the session. As I said, I had a specific ending point in mind, and it was
Hey.
a dead dragon. A dead dragon.
Look at Gil actually
that was-
noticing shit.
Go,
Are
Gil.
you noticing, Gil?
You?
I mean, that's not very hard.
No, but Gil
Okay,
is
yeah,
very incompetent sometimes. I had to let him potentially roll in that one.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is where we're ending session. It seems that this place is definitely ransacked.
Yep.
There are some things that were left behind. One of which is these crystals over here. I don't know if I can. I'm
Just
gonna
those
add
massive
some light
fucking
sources
pillars.
between now and the next.
Yeah, like the
next
pillars
game.
lit up as we were walking past them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be cool. Either way,
I was
I think
sure
that's
I
probably where
had-
we can start wrapping things up. So,
Mm-hmm.
thank you all so very much for stopping by. Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you in the next session.
Bye bye.
Well, at least this means I can get my pin.